Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a early LEGO Fortnite 2024 set review. Today we're looking at set number 77072. This is Peely Bone. This is going to be retailing for $99.99 USD or $129.99 Canadian beginning on October the 1st. It was sent to me early by LEGO and LAN to do a review for. And it's the set that I'm least excited about. I think it's going to make an excellent display piece, a fun build with all the details and everything. It's just, I don't know. I'm not particularly like the biggest fan of this skin. I sort of get why they chose to do this because I think it makes for a really cool model and idea here. But I really think this is the start of something. And this is also perfectly releasing on October the 1st in time for Halloween because, believe it or not, Peely Bone actually debuted during Fortnitemares. If you don't know what that is, it's sort of Fortnite's annual Halloween event stuff. So I think this is actually, in that regard, a good choice. Here it is built. And as suspected, I enjoyed the build a lot. Like, it is so intricate, and just some of the techniques and different things throughout this is very impressive. There's so many little minute details throughout this that I'm like, oh, this is actually really cool. Also, everything here is prints except for one thing, and that's probably my favorite detail about this. There's one sticker, and you'll probably know what it is, but let's go ahead and let's go through this. We'll start down here on the stand, and it's just so clean. I love the rounded edges there. It just looks great, and truly, I want more of these now after building this. I get this. I want maybe some human characters, but obviously I think that some sort of, whether it's animal, suits or like a cuddle team or something like that, but just more colorful and wacky designs, tomato head, different things like that, I think would lend itself really well. But again, super clean. I love this plaque here. You can move it and angle it, and it is just like the helmet ones. Unfortunately, mine's a little bit dinged up there on the top right. That's a bit of a shame. I tried to clean that off. But anyways, to me, like, this has to mean that we're getting more, right? What else I like about this is the little bit of environment build for this. The fact that Peely's leg, or I guess a Bone Peely's leg, is on this angle, I really like how it's stepping on like a bit of the terrain. I think that adds a little bit of something here. I like the green. It adds some color, but also just, I think of like all of the sort of new Fortnite chapter, like the posters and different things and the key art. And I think that just them standing on like the hills looking out, I think is really cool. Kind of wish maybe there could have been something over here, but still, it's great. I love the feet there for like the actual, I don't know, the skeletal pieces throughout this. It's just going to blow you away if you take a second and look at like everything that's being used, like the tooth rock pieces there. Like, what the heck? That just looks crazy. Also, I like the little brown pieces there. You're going to see that over here with this leg too. I don't know about the shaping of this, if these round pieces really work for me personally, but I still think that it looks good for sure. Just the shaping, even if you remove that, just the angles and everything that's accomplished there looks pretty great. And you can see it's the same thing over here on the side. Also, it's pretty much all covered up, which I like too. I'm glad that that is the case from any angle. I didn't talk about this with the feet, but the use of the telephone in yellow in the back, that's just crazy, but it works well. The buttocks for Peely is really interesting, just the parts that they chose to use for that. I think that's just really great. I think that works well. This is for sure one of the coolest parts, and again, color-wise, it just adds a lot. This bit here with the intestines and everything, it's nasty, but so darn cool how they've done that. All of those tube pieces throughout that, and even those little, what they're called, bread pieces, I think just the texturing there, using the dark pink there too, it looks great. I like the use of, as well, just the dark yellows there with the light yellows. I really like just the splatter and everything that you could see there. Like, I don't know what else to call that, but again, that whole spot, how it's just sitting there. I like this part. This piece for the hip looks good. This little connector even coming out here to the side. Again, all of this splatter and how it just sort of sits there on the legs. It's nasty, but really cool. So everything that you see here, that is a print. That is another print. That's another print. So all of these unique prints just one-offs here. Craziness. But so here's the rib cage, and I think this is one of my favorite parts. I had no idea like what was being used here. So that's actually a superhero stand piece there. That's a pretty new piece from last year. But then this is so cool, using these parts for the ribs on the front, and then the hot dog pieces in white over there for the back of the rib cage. They are very easily just pushed in, so that's kind of annoying. The only way to undo that is you have to undo one of them and then reposition them all, but it's pretty easy. I also really just love the spine here. Like, that build is so cool, just how they have that all lined up there, and it's like pressing on the reddish brown tiles there, and it lines up perfectly with the halfway there. But yeah, that is so cool how that's cut off. Over here we have the Backbling, which we'll look at afterwards, but it's very easy to detach and reattach there onto the back. The only thing that's left behind is this 2x2 tile, so if you want to just have the skin on its own, you just got to remove that, and it's very easy to do. The arms were up like that because they were getting in the way of filming down below, but there's quite a lot of articulation there, so you can spin that around 360, but that is really it. You can move it up and down like that, but then also on the hands there is a little bit of wiggle room there for you to move it left and right, and just some of the parts there look pretty good. Again, same sort of pieces being used that were being used down below for the legs. Again, the little reddish brown point there looks good. For the hand, I think it's really interesting that they've got these tooth claw pieces being used for the ends of the fingers. That actually makes it a little bit longer than the regular Peely hand, so sort of breaks your immersion there, but I get why they're doing it, to make it, you know, creepy, again, Fortnitemares and all that. But in order for you to attach the pickaxe, it's very simple. You just attach it like so, and then you close the hand around. Over here on this arm, you can actually move it and spin it again, 360. It might hit the little top part there, but that's okay. You could see this shoulder piece there that's sort of covering that up. I think that works well. And the shaping of this, and because it's all full, looks pretty good. For the hand, it's the same idea where you can angle them like that. It's interesting they're using the Ninjago Evo piece there in the center to create this angle. And what you do, same with the other side, you just attach the gun. But unfortunately, some of the items are really heavy like this, so the connection will fall off a lot. It's still strong enough when it's just posed. But yeah, it's a little bit heavy, and just the slightest movement will knock that off. And the same goes for this. Like, it's a little bit stronger, I think, because it's, I don't know, I guess it's different parts being used. But yes, you are actually able to swap out the different items for the different hands. Why wouldn't you be? And I assume if we get other characters and different things, again, same idea. They would be the same build and concept, so you could swap them around. Again, I think what it was is it wasn't necessarily the build. It's just this gun is so heavy. It's very easy to fall off. Also, I didn't mention a couple things before. One thing I want to mention is the arm joints. The fact that they're in all white, all yellow, amazing. Like, that is such a leap forward from LEGO. I'm so happy about that. Like, back in the day, like, one of these would have been light gray or something ugly, but I'm just going to remove it to show you. Look at all of these prints here on the side. I believe they're the exact same, but still, the texturing here looks really good. All right, working our way up a little bit higher here, you could see, again, the mouth is printed there, and you've got these two eyes, which look pretty good. I love the shape of the skull, just some of the parts, like this newer piece being used there, I think works really well. Also, the jaw can actually open a little bit there. This is one of my favorite details here in the set. I really don't care if you don't like stickers. This, to me, is just wow. The fact that, like a regular banana, you know how they put stickers in the supermarket, you have to put the Nana sticker on that. That is so darn cool. The rest of the banana as well looks cool, just how it's splitting open here. You can move this and angle it up and down, but I really like the texture that they've created here. Having all of these studs for the rest of the body that's completely smooth, I think looks really great, and even the tip of the banana is pretty good there with the reddish brown. And then over here as well, the use of these boomerangs, I think works really well when you compare it to what Peelybone really looks like. All right, so let's look at these items here separately. We've got the banana bag Backbling. I love these pieces being used from Mario here. I think that works really well. I like just the shaping of the bag, this little strap there at the top, and then this over here on the side. It's simple, but yeah, it looks good. Here's the paint gun. Very interesting for sure. I love just some of the tube pieces throughout that. I think looks good. Also just the sort of idea that this is rotating between the different colors, and right now it's on orange. Looks pretty good. And just the different handles and everything. This is a print over here on the front with a little bit of the green splatter and the vents there on the side. On the other side, it's the exact same 2x4 tile. This is what the front of the gun looks like, and the handles and all that. Yeah, I think overall it's a fun inclusion. It's not an actual weapon. I think a tac shotgun would have been cooler, or a rocket launcher or something. It is 18 plus. Why not, right? Here is the Peely pick. I like all of these little tooth pieces throughout this here for the spikes, but this is obviously the coolest part. Looking at this on its own, I think it looks really good using these, again, pieces from Mario. Looks pretty good. Same with these large leaves, look great there too, to create like a banana actually splitting open, looks good. And then the actual banana inside. It's important every 18 plus set that we look at the instructions. You can see over here on the back, we got the pickaxe, but there's a lot that they talk about in here, and it's mostly just a pitch for what LEGO Fortnite is. So if you want to pause and read, you can. Even talking about Battle Royale there. LEGO Fortnite is 19 times the size of Battle Royale. That's interesting. But yeah, you could see they're just a big pitch for LEGO Fortnite. This is cool, though. They are talking about the history of Peely. And look, back in the day, you know, he was not a prominent character. He's just over there in the corner. He's not front and center, and now he's one of the most beloved Fortnite characters. You could see here, again, from Fortnitemares, and even the colors that they're choosing to use, I think, looks really good. Here is a little bit there from the model designer. Also talking about there are over 20 variants, which is interesting since some of them are just the same from the same season, even just he's a little bit more dirty. And yeah, there is another one coming for the new LEGO Fortnite update that's coming out on September 17th, I believe. But anyways, that is it for the instructions. Anyways, everyone, that is my review of the Peelybone set. I do just got to say one thing here, and that is, and I'm sorry, it might sound like a broken record, but this should have come with a minifigure. I think even just the positioning of the stand there, having a minifigure version of Peelybone would have been so cool to get, because it just fills out that corner. I think as well, just giving a figure here would make this more desirable for collectors to go out and get. But the fact that all of this is prints except for the really important sticker is amazing, and I am blown away by this. I really enjoyed the build. Is it still my least favorite set? Yes, it is, but that's not because it's a bad set at all. It's just not what I envisioned when it comes to Fortnite. Now, I do kind of want to get more characters and builds like this. I think this was a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of people say Mecha Team Leader is probably the one that I've seen the most, so that would make for an excellent, colorful set. But what do you think? Leave your ideas, suggestions down below. Be sure to subscribe, turn the bell notification so you don't miss out on future LEGO Fortnite set news and reviews just like this one. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.